Hello and welcome to CS 360. I'm Matt Heusser, your instructor. There's an About Me video you can go watch on the instructor announcement. This is for week one. I want to tell you a little bit about the course. This should be redundant with what you read. Some people like video, some people like to hear my voice. Maybe a little bit more personal, maybe a little bit. But the course layout, let's talk about the course layout because your first couple of weeks are just looking at mobile apps and comparing and contrasting them, familiarizing yourself with Visual Studio, learning about the pieces of mobile architecture on Zybooks. The first couple of weeks are easy. This should not be difficult. It should not take a lot of your time. The biggest mistake people make, two mistakes people make, they don't read the entire assignment or the rubric. They do the writing and they don't come back and check, did I do what the thing was asking for? They just kind of look at the title. And then I have to say, ooh, I'm sorry that the description asked to learn about later in the course, particularly week 6, week 7, the write-up asks you to describe your testing methods or describe your software development methods or talk about this feature in light of your experience using that feature. That's week 6. That is the sensor manager, and people just don't include that, and then I have to give you a 0. Sometimes you come back and you write it, but now you're late. You don't want to be late because week 6, week 7 are really hard. They are time intensive. They are resource intensive. Some people find they have to go out to Google to figure out all the different pieces. I'm going to increasingly try to provide you the resources you need so you don't have to do that in this class. But putting all of the pieces together, from installing the database to database logic to the graphics to connecting the graphics to the database, that's a lot of work. So this first couple of weeks are easy. My expectation is this will balance out. You'll have an easy few weeks. You'll have a hard few weeks. It'll be like a regular semester. It is very easy to sort of do the minimum, get by, and then all of a sudden, I was only putting a little bit of time every week into this. What's happening? I didn't prepare. I was going to do it on Sunday from 5 to 10 p.m. Wow. No, it's going to get hard. It's going to get hard quick. Maybe week 4, week 5. So allocate time. If you can, get ahead. Some people have had success working 3-4 days ahead. I'm going to try to put announcements up. I'm going to have usually 2 announcements a week. One sort of introduction, high-level concepts. Another one which is, here's exactly what you need to do to succeed on this week's assignment. And they're going to try to get ahead of themselves. So the how to succeed is going to come the previous week. That's my goal. We'll see how well I put them up and how time passes. But that's the course. So first few weeks, compare and contrast different mobile apps. What's good about them? What's bad about them? What's standard about them? Okay, great. Then we get into simulating a real project. What is the real project? That project is going to be developing a real mobile app. You have several different choices about what kind to do, but they generally have a login screen. You click login, and then there's a grid with some kind of elements, whether that's inventory items or a calendar or weight loss tracking. It doesn't really matter. And there's a couple of other minor features. The big one is the SMS notification. Don't forget that. SMS notification button. If you don't have the UI affordance, I can't give you the credit for it. You got to read the rubric and the assignments. I would suggest after you finish, read them again. Make sure you got everything. The first project is sort of an analysis of the goals, purpose, customer, use cases. You're not going to jump to a user interface. You're going to analyze the customer and see what they need, talk about them in some depth. Then we're going to design a user interface. And then you're going to take that, you're going to code up the user interface in Android Studio. And then you're going to do that hard piece I mentioned earlier of connecting all those. There's a couple other assignments on the way. There's a hello world or hello, type in your name, and then it says hello name. And there's another one that is a sensor manager that'll really give you a good feel for it. I will really try to put in the assignments, everything, and in my announcements, everything you need to know. Because there are little subtle details, like when you create a project, there's a assignment that says create a empty um, empty views, and I think you need to actually do empty activities, or basic activities. It'll be in my announcements which one you need to do. So um, read the announcements, and there's a couple of little like mistakey things in there that I'm going to work with administration and try to get fixed. But and they're not even really mistakey things. It's just easier to do it. Like, it's possible for you to start the project and then create Java pieces, but if you follow the announcements, it'll all be right there. It'll be default. It'll create a shell for you that you can just fill in. So it's easier. I think that's most of it. You can reach me by email with any questions, any feedback later in the course on these videos. I'm trying this out as a new thing. I think it helps people. I'm a real person. If we get time crunchy and email isn't working fast enough, and we respect each other's times, I usually give out my cell phone number for texting, just so you can, this is important, I got to get back to you soon, and the next moment I get on a computer, instead of waiting until I have scheduled time. That's enough for now. Thanks for listening. I'm going to try to keep these short, and happy schooling. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be all right. No, I'll take it easy. Thanks.